Despite the bailout, Spain's financial troubles are getting worse. The country's debt-laden area of Valencia is now asking for government for financial aid. Roe Ruttenberg reports.
Reactions here on the streets of the Spanish capital were surprisingly quiet in response to the Eurogroup's announcement, as people here went about their end-of-the-week shopping. Surprisingly so, because these streets have seen mass demonstrations over the last week in response to the government's austerity measures, some of the toughest this country's seen in nearly 3 decades. Still, people here say they're angry. They say they're being forced to pay for the problems of the banks.
Es dinero público, vamos.
This is public money, so if they bring the salaries down and everything else up, and on top of that we now have to give money to the banks, the people here feel the crisis even more.
This is what it's all about. Spain's banks, which Europe says need to be more regulated and need to have more oversight. Now, it should be noted that the biggest banks, Santander, BBVA, and CaixaBank, are not the ones that need this injection of cash. Rather, it is the smaller regional banks, savings banks known as cajas, that were exposed to Spain's property bubble burst. People here say they are happy for these banks to get the money, but they would prefer it not go via the government, further exposing it to debt at a time of recession. They say this is Spain, not Greece.
There's a lot of semantics here, and it reached sort of a silly level with the government insisting it's not a bailout so they wouldn't look bad. It is a bailout, but it's a bailout of the banks, not of the government. In that sense, it's so different from Greece because the Spanish government still is able to face its payments and could repay its debt.
In the coming weeks, legislators will meet in the Congress behind me to discuss additional tax hikes and public spending cuts in an effort to reduce this country's budget deficit to 1/3 of what it is, keeping it in line with EU regulations for such assistance. People here say this is the beginning, not the end. Roe Ruttenberg, CCTV, Madrid.